today I'm talking about the new movie Hamlet. Yes, it's spelled weird. This stars Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal. And the basic premise is the story of William Shakespeare and his wife as they raise their kids, and then the effects the kids have on his writing. This movie is just fan fiction. Like, it has been debated about for centuries if William Shakespeare's son, Hamlet, and his tragic death had any impact on Shakespeare, so like none of this is rooted in reality and is just a giant what if scenario. There's no way for us to even know. And like, what's so strange about this movie, besides just being fan fiction, is just how they treat everything, because they don't actually name Shakespeare until right before the end of the movie. So it kind of treats it like that's supposed to be a twist, a reveal, that this guy is actually Shakespeare, and that's what's been going on this whole time. But like, what's weird about that is that they sprinkle in him say random Shakespearean lines throughout the movie in different contexts, but yet they're still treating it like it's a big mystery or a surprise. But like, anyone going into this movie is gonna know that it's Shakespeare. Like, that's the whole point of it, is that it's Shakespeare. Okay, putting that stuff aside, the emotions of the movie, I didn't really care. Like, yes, Jessie Buckley gives a great performance. I always love seeing Jessie Buckley. Paul does a fine job as Will. But then we get to like kids getting sick and then Hamlet dying, and I don't really care. I'm not invested in this. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. But what's so fascinating about this movie is the very end of the movie is Jessie's character seeing scenes from Hamlet on stage. And as soon as they started that, I was like, oh, this is really good. But I realized the reason I was thinking that is because they were literally just doing Hamlet. And like, yes, it's recontextualized with this other bit of sad irony on top of it, but it's like you're just doing this other really famous thing that is incredibly emotionally powerful and then putting a cherry on top. So it's like most of the work was done by someone else. So like, should I really be giving you credit for the cherry when most of the legwork was done by a person who's been dead for a few hundred years? Like, it's one thing to do an adaptation of a Shakespearean play, but this doesn't feel like that. This is mostly just some Tumblr fanfic and then highlights from Hamlet. So like, I don't feel like I should give the movie credit, especially just because everything else was just so whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I liked it because, again, the end was incredible, but the end was just Hamlet, and then everything else was just a fanfic. Would I recommend it? If you are a big fan of Shakespeare, you'll potentially get a good chunk out of this. I don't regret watching it because I love Jessie Buckley, and her performance alone would make the film worth watching, but I would understand if you don't really want to give this a watch. So yeah, no. It was a fine little film that I would only kind of recommend. And now for my ranking, I put this at number 91 in the liked section. And this is out of a total of 114 new movies so far this year.